have issues with the Republicans, some issue with them, but I like the platform of God, family, country, constitution, individuality. I love that. That's the way to go. That's what made America so great, and we got to return to that. I do want to tell you, it is easier to be a member of the KKK than it is to be a black Republican conservative. But I love what's right. I love what's right with all my heart. I have 5 children that I've adopted, one of my own, and I love my kids, but I love what's right more than anything else. And I love my country, and I refuse to cower down to these liberals or folks who are on the side of evil, because that's what it's about. It's a battle between good and evil. And there are people who represent good, and there are those who represent evil, and I refuse to cower down to evil. I've had guns drawn on me, my telephone's been tapped, I've been banned from 3 radio stations in the LA area. I've been called Uncle Tom, sellout, you hate your mama, you hate your daddy, you hate your color. I've been called every name in the book and then some. I've been called, you ever heard the word nigger? No. White people are afraid of that word, huh? Don't say that. Don't say nigger. I've been called nigger so much by black people, I was thinking about changing my middle name. From Jesse Lee Peterson to Jesse Nigger Peterson. I told my staff, I might as well just change my name. But I don't care what they call me, because I love what's right. And I'm not worried about the name calling anymore. I don't have that fear. I'm winding down here. We started about 2 years ago, we started a national speaking tour to educate and inform people about Barack Obama. I tried to warn the people prior to electing Barack Obama. I said, look, don't vote for this guy. This guy's a liar. He's a liar. He lied about his relationship with Jeremiah Wright Jr. He lied about his not knowing that Jeremiah Wright Jr., his preacher, was a racist, that he taught racism from the pulpit. And after sitting under this guy for 20 years, he said Jeremiah Wright Jr. was like an uncle to him. He donated money to them. Jeremiah Wright Jr. married he and Michelle. He baptized their children, but yet you don't know that he's a racist? I said, don't vote for it. It's like, have you ever dated a liar? I used to date a lot. The worst thing you could date is a liar. You could never trust a liar. And Barack Obama lied to the country then, and yet America still voted for him. And now we are paying the price for it, because he's still lying. Barack Obama is a far-left liberal, socialist, anti-Christian, anti-white, anti-Israel, black liberation theology, lying president. I said there. I said then that Barack Obama would go down in history as the most hated and worst president, one-term president that this country has ever had. That's to be true. There is one good thing that has come out of having Barack Obama as president, and that one good thing is the Tea Party movement. Yeah. Obama woke us up. I think had we had John McCain, we would still be complaining and sleeping and whining. But Barack Obama shook us back into reality. And so that's a good thing, because I believe now we have a chance to save America. We have a chance to save it. And I love that. I absolutely love it. We have these, you gotta get some of these Stop Obama bumper stickers. They're a good conversational piece, if nothing else. And plus it has a picture of me, and I look pretty good on there, I think. So make sure you get some over here on the table. We have books and things as well, books that I've written, and I'll be happy to sign them. We have free newsletters for you. But Barack Obama is the worst president, and he has awakened in normal America. I'm sorry to tell you that as of this day, 91% of black Americans have still supported Barack Obama. knowing that he supports abortion on demand, knowing that he's a liar, knowing that he is not of God, knowing that this guy can't be trusted. But they are supporting him for two reasons. One is that he's black, and second is that he's corrupt. Because if he had been a good man, they would not be supporting him. Because black Americans, not all but most, have been morally bankrupt. And we got to be honest about that so that we can help them overcome that. And I know what it's like to be on that side of the fence. But we have a chance. And never mind the NAACP. The NAACP is no better than the KKK, except that they wear black suits and the KKK wear white suits. So when they call the Tea Party movement racist, that's fine. Let them call you whatever they want. In my closing, I want to say to white Americans that you gotta get over the fear of being called racist. Let them call you whatever they want, because when they can call you names and cause you to become afraid, then they can conquer you. There's nothing worse than fear. You cannot have fear. You gotta get over fear. I told you about what they call me. They call me every name in the book, but I'm okay with that. So you let them call you whatever they want. You tell the truth. And I want to encourage white Americans to be honest with black Americans, because they're not getting the truth in their churches. They're not getting it in their homes. They're not getting it in their communities. They're not getting it in their educational system. Somebody got to tell them the truth, because it's the truth that set you free. The lie will never set you free. The lie will destroy you. So somebody got to tell you the truth. So here's what I want you to do, white Americans. When you come up, when you meet a black, anybody out here know any black people? Besides me. But when you're in conversation with black Americans about this country, about this president, about whatever, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. And when they get angry at you, let them be angry by themselves. Just look at them as though you're looking at a movie. And let them act out, because they're not heard the truth. They're not getting the truth. And when they act out by themselves, they will start thinking, well, how come I'm angry if this person is telling the truth? Why am I so mad, you know? They'll get a chance to see themselves. But if you overreact to them, it's going to make you look like you're the liar, the racist. And also, white folks, you can tell black people the truth, and then you can run. Just take off. The truth is of God, and when you walk away, the truth will stay there, and they will have to deal with it. But we gotta tell the truth. They tell lies. Why can't we tell truth? And it's the truth that's gonna make us better. In closing, I want to encourage you to be brave, to have courage. God said that we should have courage. We should stand. But in order to do that, you got to lay down your pride. You got to lay down your ego. I remember I used to date a lot, and whenever my girlfriend wanted something from me, she would work on my ego. You know, if she wanted something, she would say, oh, you're so handsome. I love you. You're a good man. But if I say no to her request, she would say, oh, you're no good. You're not handsome anyway. My mother told me not to date your cheap self, but so trying to lie to my ego to make me feel good didn't work. You know how some people, you lie to them, and the bigger the lie is, the better they feel. That's why we ended up with Bill Clinton twice. And so if she couldn't get control over me by making me feel good, then she would call me names to get me angry. And once I became angry, I felt guilty. In order to get rid of the guilt, I had to give her what she wanted. See how you're being manipulated? So if you drop that ego, lay down that pride, and love what's right with all your heart, soul, and might, you will be able to do the right thing because it is the right thing to do. Not because of how you feel about it, but it's the right thing to do. So I want to encourage you to lay down your anger, lay down your resentment, so you can wake up to goodness, to God within, and stand for what is right. God said to stand, stand, stand. And when we have done all we can do to stand, stand some more. Thank you so much for having me here. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the Tea Party movement. Thank you so much. take a few questions. Do you have some questions for me? Yes, sir.
We don't have a mic, so you have to just project.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Do you ever thought real briefly on the pastors that are challenging the 501c3 speaking out politically?
I don't know a lot about that. He asked me about the pastors who are challenging the 501c3 from the pulpit. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know, when you say challenging, are they for it or against it?
They're politically.
Oh, okay. Well, I know one thing for sure. It is time that the preacher spoke up. Have some courage and tell the truth. If you're in a church and the preacher is not telling the truth, you need to leave that church. You need to get out of that church. So I'm glad to hear that they're speaking up. One thing that I do in my church is I tell the truth. I love what's right. The battle is a battle between good and evil, and the people who come there need to understand that. And so I tell the truth and let the chips fall where they may. So make sure your preacher tell the truth. If not, preachers love money. So if they know you're going to leave with the wallet or the purse, they will start telling the truth. Believe me. Any other questions for me? Yes, sir. Will you come to the mic? Is that possible?
We don't have a wireless mic, sorry.
Not bad, bro. He's real loud, too.
My first question, I'm reading your article here, and bringing up some very interesting thoughts. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Everybody hear me when I just talk blank.
All right, here we go. First, listen to you, and you're talking about you're the host of the nationwide Jesse Lee Peterson radio show.
Yes, Jesse Lee Peterson radio show.
All right, that's one.
Yes. We're with Genesis Communication Network. We have some information over here with all the newsletters with all the information inside of
And
it.
it has a radio station number?
Yeah, it does. It has everything.
Now, if I have to ask you one more question while I'm up here.
No problem.
Since the Tea Party has started after Obama's election, have you seen an increase in your call or participation in your church of the black people, black voters?
Well, there are some who are starting to wake up, slowly but surely, and that's why we have to continue to tell the truth. When I first started out, they did not want to hear it at all, but I stay with that truth. I live that way, and many of them are starting to see it, and they're thinking about it now. They're taking a second look at it, and so yes, some of them are starting to come around. That's why we all got to tell the truth. The truth is a spiritual thing. It's not a color. And the one thing I want to say to white folks, that when you drop your body and you go to that pearly white gate and you ring the doorbell, black people get mad at me when I call it a white gate. They're like, oh, it's a black gate. But it's a white gate in heaven, right? And you ring that doorbell and the angel's going to come and he's going to say, well, why didn't you tell black people the truth? And when you say, well, I was afraid because I didn't want to be called racist, he's going to send you the other way. Because perfect love cast out fear. And anybody who is a child of God, love was right, you have that responsibility to tell the truth because you represent God on earth. So tell the truth. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Perfect. Your principles. Political correctness is another problem.
That's right.
We keep getting afraid of differentiating the good Muslims from the bad ones.
Right.
You can just call the bad ones jihadi Islamists. We don't need a committee to decide.
That's right. It is amazing to me that this is a Christian nation and that most of the people in this country say that they are Christians, but they allow the children of the devil to tell us how to speak, politically correctness and all that kind of stuff. How did that happen to us? We have to tell the truth.